RBD Defense.
For a country's army to perform its duties in a sufficient capacity, the army has to be proficient in three categories. The three categories are artillery, armored vehicles, and infantry. In this video, we will briefly discuss the state of the equipment used by the infantry of Bangladesh. I will discuss what we have right now, what will be added, and what needs to be added. Right now, Bangladesh's infantry is in an equipment transitional phase, meaning they are currently in the process of switching over to newer equipment. Let's begin with the small arms. The standard issue sidearm is being changed from the Chinese CF98 9mm semi-automatic pistol to the new Turkish Canik 55 Shark 9mm pistol. The evaluation process for the new standard issue rifle is still ongoing. 4 months ago, I made a video where I selected 3 contenders for the possession of Bangladesh's new standard issue rifle. The 3 contender rifles I selected for that video were the AK-15, SAR-15T, and the CZ Bren. 2 months after I had uploaded that video, 2 of the rifles that I selected in that video alongside some others were officially tested by the Bangladesh Army for the possession of the new standard issue rifle. The AK-15 is completely out because of sanction related reasons. So now the 2 main contenders are the Turkish MPT-55, which is an M4 style rifle chambered in 5.56 by 45mm NATO. The SAR-15T chambered in 7.62 by 39mm. This is more of similar to the AK-15. And lastly, the Czech CZ Bren 2BR, which is chambered in 7.62 by 51mm NATO, which is a full power rifle cartridge. Because the CZ Bren 2BR uses a full power rifle cartridge, it is unlikely to become the new standard issue rifle. It is much more likely to be used in a battle rifle / DMR type role. It is not impossible for it to become the new standard issue rifle, it would just be unlikely and unusual in this modern era. So the MPT-55 and the SAR-15T are left. The MPT-55 is unlikely to be selected because of its weaker 5.56 cartridge. So the SAR-15T is most likely going to be Bangladesh Army's new standard issue rifle. Of course, it's not a 100% guarantee, but it is the most likely candidate. Now we have covered the sidearm, the new standard issue rifle, and even potentially the battle rifle / DMR type role with the CZ Bren 2BR. What is left now is the light machine gun, the LMG. Currently, Bangladesh uses the indigenously made BD-15 LMG. It's just an LMG version of the BD-08. The BD-15 has absolutely no modularity whatsoever. It is quite outdated. At this moment in time, Bangladesh Army has not said anything about replacing the BD-15 and getting a new LMG. No new LMGs have been tested unless you count Walker firing the RPL-7 in Russia, but I wouldn't count that. So currently the lack of a modern LMG is the primary issue in the small arms category. Moving on to explosives, since 2022, Bangladesh Army has started using the South African Milcor MGL 40mm grenade launcher. The Milcor MGL is a 6-round revolver-style semi-automatic 40mm grenade launcher used by many powerful militaries around the world, including the USA, Japan, South Korea, Turkey, Pakistan, and many more. It is the most iconic grenade launcher in the modern world. Some of you might even recognize it from movies or video games that you play. Bangladesh Ordnance Factory locally produces the 40mm grenade shells that are used by the Milcor MGL. So we just need to make sure that we have the Milcor MGL in enough quantities to cover the whole infantry. And with that, all of the small arms are covered. Now we will discuss about protective gear. And keep in mind, we are strictly talking infantry for this video. If something is only used by, say, the paratrooper battalions, then that won't count because that is used by a very small section of the army. We are strictly talking about what the average soldier is going to be equipped with. That being said, talking about the protective gear of the Bangladesh army is very difficult because of the complete lack of any official sources and real life sightings not being consistent. But I will try my best regardless. In recent years, army personnel have been seen with this ballistic vest. The rating is completely unknown. So this vest and one of two helmets. The first is the old World War II style metal helmets. These old helmets have become less and less common in recent years. They seem to be being replaced by these fiber helmets that are manufactured by the Bangladesh Diesel Plant Limited. Bangladesh Diesel Plant Limited does not specify what type of fiber the helmets are made of. They just say fiber helmet on their website, which makes it very hard to evaluate. Regardless, it is essential that within the next 5 years, all infantry are equipped with level 3 plate carriers and Kevlar helmets. It is absolutely essential that this get top priority. Bangladesh Army has started acquiring more land for military industries, so establishing new factories for Kevlar helmets and plate carriers should not be a hard task. At this moment, right now, this is the most crucial section of infantry gear that needs to be upgraded. And with that, we are done with the protective gear discussion. The last discussion is about communications equipment. There is absolutely zero information about what sort of communications technology infantry in Bangladesh is equipped with. Zero reliable information, I should say. In his speech regarding Bangladesh's indigenous military industry, BIDA chairman Ashik Chaudhuri specifically mentioned military radios as something that must be produced in Bangladesh indigenously. So this does show that communications equipment for infantry is on their minds. They are aware that this is an area that needs improvement. And with that, the video is done. Thank you for watching the video till the end. If you want to support my work, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment. I will see you in the next video.